Hey everyone, welcome back to the Conscious Pioneer podcast. It's been a little while since I shared anything, and maybe a few months. I've shared a few meditations because I do meditations every Monday, and sometimes I share them on my podcast, and I would like to do more of them on YouTube, but honestly, I had a lot of growth in my business over the last 6 months, I would say, in particular. And with growth and expansion comes, everything that you need to let go of in order to go to the next level. So in a sense, my spirit was like, oh, so you want to live at this level? Well, this is all the stuff you need to let go of in order for this way of being to really flourish. So you get shown your weaknesses and things you need to let go of at a deeper level, at a frequency level, at the inception level, and then you go ahead and release that. And and there's been a lot of stuff going on for me, and right now I'm tuning in from Sitges in Spain, just not far from Barcelona. We spent the last 3 days in Barcelona, just getting a train in. I'm going to a conference that my teacher Masati was at, and I had a session every day with him, and I spent a bunch of time observing him working, and what can I say, really? It's been super in-depth, super life-changing, as always it is. I'm going to speak a little bit about some of my learnings in the meditation that I'm going to add to the end of this little intro. Just sharing some of my upgrades on a frequency level in a meditation. So if you're experiencing self-doubt at the moment, and also feeling like you're maybe carrying some things with you that you want to let go of. Like maybe you can't put your finger on it, but you just kind of want to move into the newest version of yourself without carrying some of the things on a deeper frequency level with you forwards, then please feel free to listen to this. I think it's 26-minute meditation. And what can I say? What do I want to say? I think with my business, I just felt like taking a little bit of a step back lately to discover what else there is for me to shift, and to really, whenever I'm engaging or moving forward with it, to be coming from the right space and feeling like that surge is coming very naturally, which is what happened with my business initially, with the the instigation of it, and building my website, and creating my group, and then creating my podcast, and then creating my first 18 days. And I did my first group healing session. Excuse me, my throat's having an interesting time. So and I knew I didn't actually know Barcelona happened, so I ended up coming here, and now I feel like I've really progressed and shifted things on an intrinsic level to now feel like I've got a better footing moving forward with whatever it is that I am moving forward with. And of course, I would love to keep offering my frequency work in whatever highest and best way that looks like. And in a sense, I've sort of like dropped everything, let everything go so that it can come back and move forward in a renewed way, and for it to feel just really flowy and natural. And something that I really love is music, and I've made quite a few songs in my time. And yesterday I was just on the commute back from Barcelona listening to some of my old songs that I recorded, and even just drafts, and then things that I've spent a bit more time producing, and just remembering I have this beautiful skill, I have this beautiful voice, and I've had instruments come and go in my life. I sort of grew up playing the piano and played the viola for a long time, played in an orchestra. I did singing. Singing sort of runs in my family. My granddad was a singer, my mum was a singer. Like not, semi-professionally, I'd say. And my mum sang in Ex Cathedra, but she was more like on the side because she's a financial advisor, as was my dad. It was Father's Day yesterday, actually. My dad died when I was 20, which was about 13 years ago now. Yeah. Happy Father's Day, Dad. And to all the dads out there who've just gone past it, but I think it's still good to, honour all the dads. All the dads doing the best that they can with what they have and what they know. So music. There's a music shop here in Sitges, so when I left Spain, I used to live in Spain a few years ago. I even got residency, and I was kind of moving forward in my life here, and then I had a whole new internal renewal, and I left, and then realized, just with the tax situation in Spain and just the general feeling of it, that I needed to let it go. So I worked really hard to get residency, and then I revoked it, and coming back to Spain this time has been quite interesting because it's brought up like this feeling of regret of, wow, I had something like beneficial. I could have lived in Spain if I wanted to, but now I don't have that privilege anymore. But the privilege also came with some level of sacrifice, in terms of, I have a house, I have some investments. If I checked out with any of those, I would get taxed in the UK and I would get taxed in Spain. And that just didn't feel like the benefit outweighed what could be possibly very frustrating. So it was just clear to me at the time to kind of cut everything in my life and start new. But it just brought up this feeling of self-doubt and regret of previous choices, because I wasn't necessarily factoring in the, when you see things through rose-tinted glasses, the detriment to having that, and why I made the decision, honouring the fact that I made that decision. I just kind of arrived here with this pang of regret. So I was just feeling through that, and it's not an unfamiliar feeling. And I think that's the thing in our lives, is that we have patterns that run and they feel familiar, and the object and the people and the place and the thing that represents or gets triggered can be different, but at the end of the day the pattern is the same. And for me, that's, something that runs in me. So I was just observing that. And this is really what I do with the work that is like my work, as in frequency work, but also just with others, but also just in terms of, for me, and my alignment and deepening into a higher version of myself. It's, you have to observe the patterns that are running that you don't want to continue running, that aren't efficient, that aren't helpful. So another thing for me lately, in my sessions with maths, I have essentially experienced another death of myself. And again, I talk about this in the beginning of my meditation, and I'll keep this fairly brief from now, as I already talk about it a little bit. But I think one of the things we really need to learn as humans is we know it, right? It's about living in the present moment and being here now, and not worrying, not being anxious, not being in our head, not overthinking, or not really even thinking, like allowing those deeper decisions to come from the resonance and the connection with our internal selves, eternal, infinite essences, for that to lead the show, and for us to clean up our actual physical and our blueprint programming, so that we become efficient humans and we actually get to live the life that we want to live, without all the crap that has been programmed into us in so many different ways. And so what was I going to say? Something about my sessions with Masati. Something just popped in and out in my brain. Well, it seems to have definitely popped out. So I think I will just leave this here. So if you guys want to drop into the meditation, please feel free. And I know what I was saying. It's about like being in the present moment. And I think for me, I've been really noticing how I've been using reference points to people and like particular relationships to almost ground me or feel secure in the present moment. And I've seen this running throughout my life. And there's always someone in my life that I put this like pattern on. It's like on a deeper level, an unconscious level. My spirit says, okay, this is the person that's gonna stabilize me. And it doesn't feel healthy to me at all. Like it doesn't feel like a healthy relationship. And sometimes these people don't even know that they're in any relationship with me. It's just like I put them on this pedestal, or I put them, and then my mind ends up thinking about them or whatever. And it's I'm not going to go too much into detail because I'm still like moving through it myself. And I just want to honor the fact that I'm in the process of that, and it's still like I don't want to. I just feel like I'll say what feels comfortable for me to say rather than like giving myself an edge and then not wanting to share this podcast. But like just noticing that these relationships have been there, and they haven't felt good to me, and in many ways, and just seeing, like I was just meditating and seeing, okay, so when did this start? And I just kind of fed my mind back through through all the years of my life saying, oh, it was this person, then 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 like all the way back down to like nursery school. And it's because there's a sense of like instability within myself, or a sense of not having safety in being in the present moment, that I have to reference myself as a mirror. Like it's like I'm using this person as a mirror to mirror back to me who I am, and whether I'm worthy, or whether I'm validated, or whatever it is. And so I'm just like, that's something that's been coming up for me lately as well. And I think when we see these things, we can have a reaction to it, like, gosh, why is this here? Or getting irritated by it, or just feeling all the feels. But then we can also use that as a place of power to say, oh wow, I'm really seeing this here. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say actually, because when I have sessions with Masati, the things that are in the way, the patterns that are running, get really magnified. He amplifies the patterns in us for us to see them. He's like shining a light on, this is the thing that you need to clean up, that's here. And he has abilities to help us on that like really deep level, an inception level. And most of it is like really hard to understand and decipher consciously, because everything's happening much more at a deeper level. But once you kind of release it and observe it and stuff, then you really shift into this new space in yourself where that thing doesn't exist. And truly, it's pretty much magic, and it's crazy, but it works. So and that's why I've been doing it the last 6.5 years, because it actually works. Even though it is hard to see your own shit and suck it up and do something about it and shift into a better place within yourself. And it can be really hard to, because we have human emotions and we have all these distortions. So many distortions. Yeah. But train of thought, where have you gone? So I was talking about magnification. Yeah. Magnification. Yeah. To be honest, I feel like I've probably said everything that I need to in this moment. And it's already getting kind of late. So listen, I will leave this podcast here and share my meditation at the end of it just now. And I'm going to give myself more permission to just do voice notes, because it's so much more effort for me to make a video. I actually made a video recently, and then I didn't make a video because I thought it was recording, and it actually wasn't. On Zoom, it was after a 3-day fast, and I was feeling completely amazing, and I just thought I was recording this video, and then it just didn't record. But I've also been having this experience. Okay, apparently I'm going on, so I'm apologizing for again. I keep having this experience of I think social media and just generally sharing myself, and which has been quite vulnerable, my podcasts, and just, I think the last thing I shared on social media was me crying. And, now it doesn't feel particularly vulnerable, but I feel like I've been really enjoying not sharing anything and just being in my own space. And, because, it's just nice to feel a bit cocooned, but I also do feel like I'd love to share. But it always just feels slightly antagonizing putting myself out there. But the music thing, I was talking about instruments. And there's a music shop here, so I would like to go either, because we're already I leave on Thursday, so we've got 2 more days, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I think we'll be seeing Masati and Faye and the boys either tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. They were saying they were going to come down to Stitches tomorrow, so. But yeah, at some point I want to buy I'm going to go to the music shop and see what instrument is there for me. Because I had, as I was saying I lived in Spain, and I bought this amazing guitar. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. And I had a ukulele, and I had a piano, like a really lovely electric piano. And I just let go of them all. I sold the guitar, I sold the ukulele, and I sold the piano. And my microphone too. I sold my whole setup and my speakers because they couldn't come back with me. And I thought that when I got back to the next space that I would nourish myself and buy these things for myself again. But I just didn't. So I feel like the last few years I've been without. And now that I've had these sessions with Mars and re-listened to my music again and getting this sense of I need to move space. I don't really want to be in Birmingham for long periods of time. I want to travel more. This is kind of just opening up. I want to be by the ocean. I want to be in the sea. I want to have a summer and then make music again and come to life again. I feel like the last few months have been really, really challenging for me, just releasing so many things on deeper levels. And now I just want to be somewhere where it's warm and there's a great gym and there's an outdoor gym in Spain. I used to go to just this outdoor gym all the time, and the beach was there, and that's the life I want to live. And I want to honor myself in knowing that that's my truth. Birmingham, I can make do there. I definitely enjoy my time. But I really would love to invite in somewhere that resonates more deeply, and musical instruments and get my voice singing again, and maybe even share some stuff. But just aligning with the right environment for me, the right place, the right space, and feeling that arrive for me, and allowing that to happen, and not allowing it to happen in the future, but just now. I do have that right now. In Stitches, I'm really enjoying this time here got my best friend and her boyfriend, and we've been in Barcelona. It's just a really fun adventure, but it's we kind of do these adventures and then they end. And I want it to continue. I just want this vibe to continue, but I am excited about going back to Birmingham because it is blackcurrant season. Blackcurrants are literally my favorite. I don't even know what favorite, because that I don't know. I think I have different favorite fruits, but they are one of my favorites, at least on the allotment. And apple season's coming in too, man. It's just I love when the harvest comes, and it's lovely. And I've got my courgettes and my squash that need planting out, and I need to fix the mower. And I'm happy about that. And I want to renovate my house, and I want to rent it, and then I want to travel. So, but I just don't, I feel like I don't want to get sucked back into the energy of Birmingham for such a long time, because I feel like it drains me. We also don't get the sun a lot. And it's just not got that feeling of freedom that I feel like I want to experience, as this new version of me is here now. It's who am I when I put myself into this environment now, because I used to travel so much. And, I think travel can be this beautiful place of self-discovery. So I just want to, allow everything that is new to drop in as and when. And I just feel like these last few days with Mars and just clearing off everything that I don't need, dying off, basically experiencing a death space and noticing some things in me that I just need to let go of. I feel like all of that will help everything just, naturally lock in to where I need to be, where I need to go, where I want to do, opportunities to come to me. As long as I'm present in my body and, in the now and experiencing what is here for me, it's all going to flow naturally. And that's part of the trust thing with being a human. It's like letting go of holding on to, it's kind of back to that relationship thing. Any relationship places things in the past that don't get to come with you. And if you let them go, it's just like I do with my instruments. They can arrive back in the right time, in a different way, a different frequency. And then you get to have a new relationship with that thing without the baggage of the old. And I think that's really the key. And it's like trusting your choices that you made in the past, that they were good for you. And honoring the fact that you did that. And for me, honoring the fact that I got rid of my residency, got rid of all my musical instruments, because that's what I needed to do. And it doesn't mean that because I let them go that they always have to be gone. I can invite them back in a renewed space, and enjoy them in a new way, in a new me that gets to have that. And I'm excited, and wherever you are in your life, I hope you're excited too, and feel like you can renew, that possibilities are there for you, opportunities are there for you to thrive. And I hope this meditation helps you release anything in the way of that. And for now, that's all I have to say, and thank you so much for listening. Please like and follow for more, and keep your eye out. And if you'd like to join the Monday meditations, just shoot me a message. You can join the Facebook group and or the Telegram group, and love to have you. They're just on Zoom online, and they are free. And although I may start just sharing my podcast as well, but if you want to catch them live, you can. And there's also 20 meditations that I've done now with frequency nurturing on Mondays. So if you join, you have access to all of those. And I have a document list, so whatever you need help with, they are labeled. So honestly, I'm not sure how long they're just going to be free for, like the recordings and everything. Well, just mainly the recordings, because I feel like everything's about to get reconfigured, and we'll see. But for now, that's what's happening. And yeah, also let me know what you think. Let me know if you've listened. Sending you so much love from messages. And yeah, bye for now. Hey guys, so I've decided to add the meditation into the next podcast, which I will upload as soon as I can. So maybe they'll kind of be at the same time, but I think that makes more sense, so that the recording of the podcast, of the meditation, is just there on its individual, and this is more of just a bit of a catch-up. So yeah, sorry I said the whole time it was going to be at the end of this, but just check out the next one and it should be there for you. Alright, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.